The Knights Templar, these warrior monks sworn to protect the Holy Land, have captivated our imaginations for centuries. This exploration into the world of the Knights Templar will delve into their captivating story, unraveling the truth behind the myths and legends. Join us as we delve into the heart of the Templar legend, separating fact from fiction and shedding light on the enigmatic legacy of these legendary knights. The story of the Knights Templar begins in the aftermath of the First Crusade, a pivotal moment in medieval history. Pilgrims from across Christendom, inspired by this triumph, embarked on arduous journeys to visit the newly liberated holy sites. Around the year 1119, a small group of French knights, led by Hugues de Payens, approached King Baldwin II of Jerusalem with a proposition. King Baldwin II, recognizing the need for such a force, granted the knights a wing of his palace in Jerusalem as their headquarters. In 1129, at the Council of Troyes, the Knights Templar received the official endorsement of the Catholic Church. With the Church's blessing, the Knights Templar were poised to become a powerful force in the Holy Land and beyond. The Knights Templar were more than just soldiers. They were a religious order bound by sacred vows and a strict code of conduct. Poverty for a Templar meant renouncing all personal wealth and possessions. The Knights Templar operated under a rigid hierarchical structure, with each rank clearly defined and imbued with specific responsibilities. The Grand Master wielded immense authority, guiding the Order's military strategy, managing its vast financial holdings and representing the Templars in dealings with kings and popes. The daily life of a Templar knight was a stark contrast to the luxury enjoyed by many nobles of the time. Templars were renowned for their exceptional fighting skills, honed through constant practice and discipline. With the blessing of the Pope and the support of European monarchs, the Knights Templar were thrust into the heart of the Crusades. They evolved into a formidable military force, their knights renowned for their discipline, skill, and unwavering courage in the face of overwhelming odds. The Templars' military successes were not solely due to their bravery. They were also masters of strategy and tactics. In battle, the Templars were known for their disciplined charges, their heavily armored knights crashing into enemy lines with devastating force. The Knights Templar left an indelible mark on the history of the Crusades, participating in some of the most significant battles of the era. Despite this devastating defeat, the bravery and sacrifice of the Templar Knights at Hattin cemented their legends, their name forever etched in the annals of history. The Templars' influence extended far beyond the battlefield. Their network of castles and fortifications not only provided security but also fostered economic growth as towns and villages sprang up around these strongholds. The Knights Templar, initially bound by the vows of poverty, found themselves custodians of vast wealth and influence as their role in the Holy Land expanded. From humble protectors of pilgrims, the Templars had become major landowners, their economic clout rivaling that of kings and princes. The Templars' financial acumen extended beyond simple land ownership. Their wealth, once a symbol of their piety and commitment to their cause, had become a double-edged sword, elevating their status while simultaneously making them targets of envy and suspicion. The Templars' growing wealth and influence did not go unnoticed. Among those who viewed the Templars' wealth with a covetous eye was King Philip IV of France. As the 14th century dawned, a sinister shadow began to fall over the once unassailable Knights Templar. Philip, a master manipulator, knew how to exploit the religious anxieties of the age to his advantage. On Friday, October 13th, 1307, a date forever etched in history as an omen of ill fortune, King Philip IV made his move. The Templars, once revered for their valor and piety, were now branded as heretics and enemies of God. The trials of the Templars, orchestrated by King Philip IV and his puppet inquisitors, were a shameful spectacle of injustice and brutality. The Templars, victims of a conspiracy driven by greed and political ambition, were denied even the semblance of justice. The accusations against the Templars placed Pope Clement V, already under considerable pressure from King Philip IV, in a precarious position. On the one hand, he was reluctant to condemn an order so closely aligned with the Church, an order that had shed blood and treasure in the name of Christendom. On the other hand, Philip's influence, coupled with the weight of the accusations and the fabricated confessions, made it increasingly difficult for the Pope to ignore the situation. Caught between a rock and a hard place, Clement V sought a compromise, a way to appease Philip without condemning the entire Templar order. However, Philip's relentless pressure, combined with his own fears of a wider scandal that could engulf the Church, ultimately forced the Pope's hand. In 1312, under duress, and fearing the consequences of defiance, Pope Clement V issued a papal bull officially dissolving the Knights Templar. Despite their dramatic and controversial downfall, the Knights Templar have never truly faded from the annals of history. Like a ghost light flickering in the depths of a medieval castle, their memory has endured, their story passed down through generations, often embellished with whispers of secret knowledge, hidden treasures and conspiracies that reach the highest echelons of power. The very circumstances of their demise, shrouded in secrecy and fueled by accusations of heresy and treachery, have only served to deepen the mystique surrounding the Templars. The abrupt and brutal suppression of an order so powerful, so deeply embedded in the fabric of medieval society, has led many to question the veracity of the charges leveled against them, fueling speculation that the Templars were victims of a sinister plot, their true crimes hidden from the pages of history. The Templar Legacy, a potent blend of history, mystery, and intrigue, has proven irresistible to storytellers, historians, and conspiracy theorists alike. Their image, the white mantle emblazoned with the blood-red cross, the knightly vows of poverty and chastity, juxtaposed with their formidable military prowess, has been woven into the tapestry of popular culture, appearing in countless books, films, video games, and even music. From the pages of Umberto Eco's Foucault's Pendulum to the silver screen in Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, the Templars have been cast as guardians of ancient secrets, protectors of sacred relics, and even as the shadowy puppet masters behind global conspiracies. While these fictional portrayals often take liberties with historical accuracy, they nonetheless reflect the enduring fascination with the Templars, their story a blank canvas upon which imaginations can run wild. The Templar legacy extends beyond the realms of history and popular culture. Numerous organizations around the world, some claiming direct lineage to the medieval order, others, inspired by their ideals of chivalry, faith and service, have adopted the Templar name and symbolism. These modern Templars, while varying widely in their beliefs and practices, often share a common thread, a desire to connect with the past, to uphold the values of knighthood, and to contribute to society in a meaningful way. Some organizations, like the Sovereign Military Order of Malta, can trace their roots back to the medieval period, their lineage intertwined with the history of the Crusades and the Hospitaller Knights. Others are more recent creations, drawing inspiration from the Templars' history and ideals to guide their philanthropic endeavors. Whether their focus is on charitable work, historical preservation, or simply fostering a sense of community and shared values, these modern Templars demonstrate the enduring power of the Templar Legacy, its capacity to inspire and unite across centuries. The Knights Templar, despite their prominence in history and their enduring presence in popular culture, remain an enigma, their story a tapestry woven from threads of fact, legend, and speculation. The accusations that led to their downfall, the whispers of secret knowledge and hidden treasures, and the very nature of their organization continue to fascinate and intrigue, fueling a thirst for knowledge that spans centuries. Historians, archaeologists, and amateur enthusiasts alike continue to delve into the Templar past, poring over ancient documents, excavating Templar sites, and piecing together the fragments of their story. New discoveries, reinterpretations of old evidence, and the application of modern technology to historical mysteries offer tantalizing glimpses into the Templar world, shedding light on their beliefs, their practices, and the true extent of their influence. The quest for Templar truths, much like the Order itself, seems destined to endure, a testament to the captivating allure of history's enduring mysteries. The Knights Templar, emerging from the ashes of the First Crusade, blazed a trail of valor and intrigue across the canvas of medieval history. They were more than just warriors. They were devout men of faith, bound by sacred vows and driven by a profound belief in their divine mission. From humble protectors of pilgrims, they rose to become a powerful force in the Holy Land, their military prowess shaping the course of the Crusades, their financial acumen laying the groundwork for modern banking. Their influence felt in the halls of power and on distant battlefields. Yet their story is not one of unblemished glory. The very wealth and power that propelled them to such heights ultimately sowed the seeds of their destruction. Envy, greed, and the ruthless ambition of a king led to their downfall, a brutal chapter marked by false accusations, rigged trials, and the suppression of an order that had once stood as a symbol of Christendom and unity. But even in their demise, the Templars left an indelible mark. Their story transformed into a legend, whispered through the ages, a tale of courage and betrayal, of faith tested and power corrupted. The Templar legacy, like the ruins of their castles scattered across Europe and the Levant, stands as a testament to the enduring power of history's mystery. Their story, a blend of fact, legend, and unanswered questions, continues to captivate and intrigue, fueling the imaginations of historians, writers, and dreamers alike. The Knights Templar, though long gone, remain etched in our collective memory, a symbol of an era when faith moved mountains, when knights fought for God and glory, and when the fate of nations hung in the balance of holy wars. The Templar's story serves as a poignant reminder that even the most powerful empires, the most unwavering convictions, can crumble under the weight of human ambition and the corrosive touch of time. Yet their legacy, passed down through generations, reminds us of the enduring power of human spirit, the allure of mystery, and the timeless fascination of those who dared to live and die by the sword and the cross. The Knights Templar, though silenced centuries ago, continue to speak to us, their story an echo from a turbulent past, a whisper of forgotten secrets, a testament to the enduring power of legend.